All right. Stress. We all know it, we all feel it. But does it affect our decision making as much as we think it does? So what I did is I took tests and puzzles, and I did two separate people. I did adults and teens. I had my parents volunteer for this, and my brother and my sister. And what I did is to lower stress during an activity like a test or a puzzle, maybe, I did music. So they were allowed to listen to their own favorite kind of music, whichever one they want. And I did two separate tests for each person, one when they took the test with music and one when they tested without music. And I would take how much time they took and their percentages and measure out how effective it was. And it affected Mandy the most out of the adults with 13% more on hers, but it actually took her longer, which was weird in my opinion. And I also took their temperatures to measure because we all know that feeling where we get like shakes or chills or maybe even a little bit hot. And with music, they recorded a lower temperature overall, even though it's maybe like 0.1, 0.2 degrees, but that makes a big difference on your body for like enzymes and whatnot that are affected by the temperature. But overall, my hypothesis was that music would help affect positively on decision making, which would yield out better scores and faster tests. But it was true for tests, but for puzzles, it actually worsened the amount of time it took for the puzzles, because it took 6 minutes, 23 seconds with music, but 8 minutes and 54 seconds, but it didn't affect Mandy as much which actually took longer with music. It was kind of not much of a correlation with the puzzles. It kind of was all over the place. And the temperatures didn't change much either. So, and to induce the stress of like an actual test or a puzzle, I put whoever got the fastest puzzle time or the best score on the test would win $10. So I had to devote $80 for $10 for each test, and there was 8 tests. So